Hello, I'm Mark Holmes, I'm the editor of Via Satellite, and I'm delighted today to be reporting from the Princess Regal, just off the Bahamas. Don't get this opportunity very often, and I'm delighted to have with me Steve Holler, who will be the new CEO of SES. But we're here today to really look at something amazing that SES is doing in terms of providing satellite connectivity on the cruise ship. So Steve, could you sort of tell us what is so groundbreaking from an SES perspective in terms of what you're doing today with Carnival?
So what we're going to do today is we're going to break the world record in terms of bandwidth delivered to a moving platform. It doesn't matter whether we're talking about a cruise ship, a plane, Air Force One. There's no benchmark even comparable to what we're going to be able to do today. We're going to bring more than 2.5 gigabits per second of connectivity on board. But really, the importance is broader than that. The importance of what the Ocean team and what Medallion is trying to do is create a frictionless experience for guests on board and have connectivity that's the equivalent of being connected at home.
And, is this really a new inflection point for the satellite industry? We talk about a world record. I mean, this is not something that happens every day involving the satellite industry. Do you sort of see what's happening today as a turning point and an inflection point, not just for SES, but for our industry?
Well, I think what it does is it takes the question of can it be done at the tape, right? So now we've demonstrated that we can bring the equivalent of a small town's worth of connectivity and deliver it onto a single ship, onto a single platform. So now it's how do you make that affordable, sustainable, reliable, and make connections to ships at sea as reliable as it would be if you were sitting at home or in a hotel, and most importantly, the applications perform as you'd expect them to. So if you go, snorkeling with a turtle and you want to upload that immediately to Facebook, you can do that, and there isn't that kind of frustration of having to deal with a sub-performing connectivity service. And I think we've shown with Medallion Net that the service is actually better on board than it is if you go back to Miami or you go to your hotel room. You can get more done actually when you're away at sea than you can on land, which is pretty incredible and not something that you could have said about satellite even a couple of years ago.
And how sort of difficult a challenge is this? I mean, I've been using the service while on board, and it's been pretty seamless. I've been doing email, surfing, tweeting, FaceTiming, and haven't had any issues. But from an SES perspective, how difficult has this been to do? And also, how proud of you are the team behind this, people that we don't necessarily see, but are working really hard in the data centers and behind the scenes to make sure everybody on this ship is connected.
It's one of the things I'm most excited about and proud of with respect to SES Networks, because when we set up SES Networks, it was very much, the name reflected exactly what we wanted to do, which wasn't to be a satellite operator. It was to deliver state-of-the-art networks to customers, whether they be kind of telco customers, whether they be aeronautical customers or maritime customers or government. And a lot of the complexity now is integrating services. It's bringing all of our capability, our geostationary satellites, our O3B fleet, our medium Earth orbit satellites. It's looking into the data streams. It's understanding what customers are using our service for and prioritizing that and accelerating the performance, sort of putting the right priority on the different applications and making sure that your experience, no matter what it is that you want to use your device for, whether it be a mobile device, whether that be a device that's a laptop that you're doing some more advanced stuff on, you're getting the level of performance that you need. That takes a lot more than just concern about the satellites. That takes also a whole load of networking and a whole bunch of skill sets that weren't necessarily present in the satellite industry not that long ago. They're a fundamental part of our success.
I mean, you and I have spoke many times down the years at the start of the O3B story, many big announcements. On a personal level, when we talk about the professional side, the network side, and on a personal level, how exciting is a day like today for you on a personal level? What does it mean to you to be part of a world record?
No, it's cool. It's really cool, but it's to me, it steps along a journey. I think when we first thought of O3B, when we first launched O3B, it was about bringing connectivity to the hardest places in the world to connect and meaningfully improving the lives of people who did connect. And I think we've achieved that. But the bar continues to be raised. What it takes to be a meaningful part of a telco ecosystem continue to deliver more and more affordability, more and more reliability, and more performance as we go from 3G to 4G to 5G. The demands on the network are going to continue to grow. That's why we announced sort of 6 months ago to be empowering, busy bending metal on a whole bunch of new satellites and a whole other generation that's going to bring a completely different level of performance. And that's what we need to do as an industry. Exactly the same way as the terrestrial industry is kind of moving forward, so must we. And the thing that excites me, these days are kind of really exciting milestones along the way. But the journey's a long one, and the journey in and of itself is a very exciting one for satellite.
Excellent. Well, I'll leave you there. Steve, as always, thank you for your time. This is Mark Holmes, the editorial director of VIA Satellite.